Hello everyone, this is Miss Ray, and today I'd like to discuss the elements of art, review what we learned about line, and introduce you to the element of art, shape. So what do artists draw? They draw what they see, observation, they draw what they remember, memory, they draw what they can imagine, imagination, and what they feel, expression. The 7 elements of art are line, the path of a moving point, shape, the contour of a flat object, form, a three-dimensional object in a work of art defined by contour, height, depth, and width, space, an object's internal and external areas, value, an object's brightness and darkness, color, an object's chromatic quality, and texture, the tactile quality of a surface. What do you see in this painting by Vincent van Gogh? Can you identify the 7 elements of art in this painting? Do you see line? How about shape? Form? What about space? Value? Color? And texture? You should be able to identify all or most of the 7 elements of art, as they're often seen in every work of art. Now moving on. What is line? Line is pretty much everywhere around us. It is in the branches of trees, the design of buildings, the line of roofs or rooftops, mountain outlines. As I said, it's pretty much everywhere. Types of lines or line qualities. We see thick lines in this drawing, thin lines, smooth lines, and rough lines. I'm sure there's a lot more that you can identify. Can you think of any other type of line qualities? Other types of lines are vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, zigzag lines, curved lines, contour lines, which are the outside of an object, just the outside mainly, the outside of any object. Continuous line, which can be seen here at the bottom in the bottom drawing, which is one starting point and then drawing the image all the way through without lifting the pencil until the image is complete. And finally, broken line, which can be seen here at the bottom of the page. Lines can also help express emotion. Here on the right are some lines and some emotions tied together, as in here, tied, stressed, frustrated, good, calm, hungry, sleepy, happy, energetic, and relaxed. And of course, these lines all change depending on the artist. They're always up for interpretation. Your tired line might look a lot different than the one here on this graph. In terms of the second element of art, shape, I will begin by showing you the video by KCAD, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute.
Fruit has played a prominent role in the history of art. It's long been a favorite subject for artists, making still life paintings and drawings. Looking at still lifes of fruit is a useful way of studying how artists approach making shapes. Shape is one of the 7 elements of art, along with line, form, texture, value, space, and color. When the beginning of a line connects with its own end or intersects with another, a shape is formed. In visual art, shapes are flat and are defined by their length and width. In other words, they're two-dimensional. There is an infinite number of shapes, but all fall into one of two categories: geometric or organic. Geometric shapes are commonly recognized such as squares, hexagons, rectangles, and circles. Organic shapes are free-form and often one of a kind. Artists learn how to see the world around them as basic shapes. Simplifying objects into geometric and organic shapes makes drawing them easier. Shapes inherit the qualities of the lines that were used to construct them. For instance, this painting by Cezanne has heavy, solid outlines that define the shapes, whereas the fruit in this ink drawing by Manola Rocchi is made up of very soft, fuzzy lines. Each approach to making lines produces different feelings and associations in the viewers. Some artists make oranges that are perfectly round, while others draw or paint every little bump and detail of the skin. The next time you're looking at a painting or drawing, try to notice how the artist is using shape in their work. If you were making a drawing or painting, how would you interpret the objects in front of you? Would you draw them as faithfully as possible? Or would you choose to represent them more abstractly? Practice for yourself by setting up a bowl of fruit and drawing what you see.
So, what is shape? On the left here, we have an abstract painting that features a variety of shapes, both organic and geometric. So let's discuss what shape is and the types of shapes. So a shape is a flat two-dimensional area with height and width. It may have an edge or an outline around it, and sometimes it's even the shape of a shadow. So two different types of shapes are geometric shapes and organic shapes. So geometric shapes are any shape that is square, rectangular, circular, oval, or even a triangle. They're more of the mathematical shapes, whereas organic shapes are free-flowing shapes. They can be pretty much anything. They could be the outline of a cloud, the outline of a leaf, a flower, a tree, you name it. A shape that is organic is pretty much the outline of any object. So now, the most important part of this lesson is understanding the difference between shape and form. So on the left of this page, we see a circle, a flat, two-dimensional circle, a geometric, just round circle. Starts and connects, and flat as can be. To the right, we have a form. Now, to create the illusion of depth, this circle, or shape, was given value. Value is the range of a color from light to dark. So with the value on the left and the shadow, this circle or shape turns into a form. Down here we have a basic square. The basic square serves to turn into a cube with perspective, which is something we'll get into a little later. But perspective is the direction or the point of view of where the viewer stands. And of course, this is also given value and shadow, which creates the square into a cube by just having the illusion of depth. The triangle turns into a pyramid. It's given a couple more planes. It is shaded with value, given a shadow, and the triangle serves as a pyramid. The triangle can also convert into a cone with this bottom part, the ellipse bottom of an oval. It's added to the bottom part connected, given value, given a shadow, and the triangle serves as the base for a cone. And then we have the cylinder. The cylinder has an oval and another oval and then a connection on the sides. This shape is also given value and a shadow, and so something that can be as linear and as flat can have the illusion of depth with just perspective and value with a light source and shadow. The next part of this lesson is how a realistic image or a photograph can be drawn. So this is a photograph of an apple, and as you can see on the left side, you see the drawing of it. So what an artist would do is draw the contour or the outside shape and then also define the details. So in this case, this artist has drawn in this line to imply that there will be a shift in color or a shadow. Notice that the stem is also drawn in, and then the shadow on the bottom, or the table shadow, is also drawn in this linear part of the drawing. One really interesting thing is that this shape can be categorized as a two-dimensional shape because it's as flat as the circle, the square, or the triangle. It's missing all of the value that makes it look realistic. So of course this contour drawing is the first step to getting this linear drawing to look like the photograph. I challenge you to find a variety of objects and practice drawing the contour or the outside of the object. This will help with your drawing skills. This concludes our lesson. Until next time, my fellow artists, please remember to check Google Classroom and your assignment links to make sure that you are in the loop with all class announcements and that you're able to submit your class assignments on time.